Hi everyone, welcome to the Happy Hustle Show. Tonight I'm going to be talking about prepping your side hustle for Christmas. We are in September now, like as I say every year. How did that happen? I have just put my Christmas tree down and it's almost time to put my Christmas tree back up. But we really do need to be thinking ahead for Christmas. So I want you to think about your particular side hustle and how Christmas fits with your side hustle. So if you've got a product-based side hustle where you hand make things, it is likely that those things will make great Christmas presents. Therefore, you need to be thinking about, oh, hi, Joe, I haven't seen you for ages. You want to be thinking about Christmas now, because if you're selling on Etsy from sort of mid-October through to end of November, the traffic is like massively up on the rest of the year. So it's really important to be thinking about how you're going to maximize that now. Now, if your side hustle is not product-based, if you've got a service-based side hustle, think about, so say you have a cleaning side hustle, people want a big pre-Christmas deep clean. Say you clean ovens, people love a clean oven for Christmas. If you create a training program on something, is it something that is relevant to feeling peaceful, having a wonderful Christmas? So just think about, for your particular side hustle, how does Christmas fit into that? And then you need to start planning your Christmas promotions now. Hi, everybody. Thank you for saying hello. So tip number one, if you were in business last year, I want you to revisit your sales from last year. So I want you to have a look at the difference between your sales in June, July, August, September, October. So have a look at what happened October, November last year. If your side hustle was very, very new last year, the figures might not give you a massive amount of information, because it really depends how much marketing and promotion you were doing. But if you have had a side hustle for a year or more, it is worth having a look at that and having a look at what sold last year. So for the first few years of Sita Jewelry, my Christmas decorations, I couldn't keep up with them. People were really, really like all over the Christmas decorations that I offered. So every year then I made more, I made a new variety, and I started to advertise them earlier. And the sales came in. I used to send boxes of them to Amazon, and Amazon would dispatch them for me right up to the 24th, which is the joy if you've got fulfilled by Amazon. But even if you don't, trying to see what are the trending things, what is likely to be that people are going to be searching for this Christmas, and how could your side hustle provide that? Remember, the key is people are not going to find your thing online unless they are searching for that term. So have a look at the popular things on Etsy. Check out the show that I did a couple of weeks ago on how to find out what is trending on Google and Etsy, etc. And work out for your side hustle, what could you add in to your offer that people might want for Christmas, or go back to what worked really, really well last year. So a little bit of analysis is a really great place to start. The next thing that it's really worthwhile doing for your products that you're specifically focusing on for Christmas that would make great gifts or Christmas decor would be to redo your photos. In a year, or since you've started your side hustle, your photography skills will have improved. Your understanding of how to take a great photo will have improved. And a great Christmassy photo totally gets you in the mood. And if you haven't, actually, I'm not sure where she's shared it. It might have been in the private hive, but Kirsten Kelly, one of our lovely side hustlers, has just taken her Christmas photos, and she showed us behind the scenes of her Christmas photo shoot. And the photos are lovely. And it's what made me think about doing this show about Christmas tonight, because she made me think of Christmas and how wonderful it could be. And yeah, and I know Kirsten did really well last year. as well. So having those photos that evoke the Christmas emotion. So some sort of a Christmas backdrop is really, really lovely. It's quite a skill. Like, go onto Etsy and look at the photos that you like. It's quite a skill, because when you're putting accessories around your thing, assuming you make something handmade, you want to make sure that your thing is still like the star of the photo, and it's not, people don't think that they're getting all the other stuff as well. But Kirsten does it brilliantly. If Kirsten, if you're watching this in replay and you haven't shared your photos in the community, would you mind doing that? I can't remember if you shared them in the community or the Hive. I think it was the Hive, because you're just so brilliant at it, and your end photos are just fabulous. So time to think about photography. Third tip, think about whether you could offer gift wrapping. Etsy is really big on wanting you to offer gift wrapping. You need to decide if it works for you. I offered it for a couple of years. I have withdrawn it again. So I don't want to kind of let you think that I do beautiful gift wrapping for all the stuff. I don't offer it anymore. The reason for me was I have large letter boxes for my jewelry, and when I put beautiful gift wrapping on them, they went up to a small parcel. So it was costing me, I can't remember, it was costing me a few pounds extra to post it, and I felt I couldn't charge more than, I think I charged £5 extra, which is quite a lot for gift wrapping. It took me ages, and in the end I was just like, oh, it's not worth it. But I know there will be people on Etsy looking for beautifully wrapped, and I know lots of you can create really beautiful, have a much kind of more creative, more kind of much more of a flair for that sort of thing than me. If you can do that and you can offer gift wrapping, make sure to take beautiful photos of your gift wrap pieces. That will particularly appeal to people that just aren't really into gift buying, but want something that they can just take out of the box and put under the tree. So consider gift wrapping. Think about your processing times. Again, thinking about product-based businesses specifically here. Think about your processing times. So as things start to kind of busy up, you should see the volume of orders in your Etsy shop rising. A lot of sellers can get really stressed out in November, like really stressed out, because the money is there on the table to be taken, but you don't want to like make yourself ill because you're not doing anything else but working. Think about, if you do get to the point where it just feels overwhelming and you've got so many orders, think about what you can outsource. Is it possible that you could outsource some of this to like one of your kids? Or, is it possible that you could take some of that money and bring in someone to clean the house? Or could you use some of the money that you're making to go and get a HelloFresh box? Or, just think about how can you manage your time so you still stay healthy and you enjoy that run up to Christmas, because nobody wants to be completely frazzled by the time Christmas Day comes round. So it's a nice problem to have, but a lot of you are not far away from having that problem. And as I say, there is a massive amount of money on the table in Etsy in October, November. So really thinking about Christmas photos now, really kind of revisiting your listings. It has been a quiet summer. I know that some people have been saying, I don't know what's going wrong. No one's buying my things. It has been quiet for everyone over the summer. It's been quiet for service-based side hustles and product-based side hustles. Everybody's just been distracted by being let out of the house and being able to go on a staycation. So everybody's eye has been off the ball, but as soon as we kind of get through September, kids get back into school properly, everybody's settled back in, summer holidays are over, the nights start to draw in, people start to think about Christmas again. Think about important dates and what might be relevant for your side hustle, because it's all very well saying, okay, just make sure that your stuff is up and running because you can sell it right up to. So decide your cut-off date for your shop. Again, talking to Etsy people, decide your cut-off date and give yourself leeway. Don't try and take orders right up to the 21st of December or whatever. The Royal Mail takes a lot longer in December. It's much less predictable. I love Royal Mail. I have used it for years in my businesses. And generally, when you post things first class, they arrive the next day, not in December, because the volume just goes kind of through the roof. We also don't know what's going to be happening with, the virus and self-isolation, and, how many people are going to be able to deliver the mail, etc. So I would give yourself a realistic target. So I would cut it off. Well, I don't know, you decide. I cut mine off early December. And I just tell people it's going to be cut off early December. I'm going to be closing my books early December, so people have the chance to order, but I'm not stressed out about it. And then usually I have about a week of just making once I close the books, and then I send out the stuff, and then that's it. Every year something doesn't get delivered. But you want people to realize that in enough time that you can either send a replacement or they can get something else. When people are ordering last minute and you kind of take the order and send out, if it doesn't arrive in time, which will be beyond your control probably, unless you can deliver it locally, you can end up, people can get really, really stressed around Christmas. So you don't want to ruin anybody's Christmas. I know there's nothing you could do that would ruin someone's Christmas, but sometimes people are just kind of highly anxious in the run up to Christmas, especially if they've left things to the last minute. And the last one, so sorry, yes, I was just talking about important dates. So think about, so if there is a present for Christmas, then that's great. Think about, when you might need to cut that off. But say you are making Christmas decorations, people don't put up their Christmas decorations on the 23rd, 24th of December. Some people do, but most people don't. Most people put them up earlier in December. If you're making advent calendars or similar, then you need to be working backwards again. What's the cutoff for them? So start to think backwards and go, okay, if I was going to be making advent calendars, I'd want to have them up on Etsy and be advertising them within the next couple of weeks. Anything that goes on Etsy takes a little bit of time to kind of settle into the algorithm for people to find it. Once it gets a little bit of traction, it will be shown to more and more people. So you want to have your titles and your tags all set up so that when people are start to search for Christmas related things or advent calendars specifically, you've got a good chance of showing up there. The final thing that I want to say about prep for Christmas is craft fairs, like actual in-person craft fairs. I didn't have much success with those through the year. I've tried them. I went to kind of local markets, and it doesn't mean that you won't. It's just that for my hand stamped jewelry side hustle at the prices that I charge, it was the amount of sales I got. I worked out it really wasn't worth it for the amount of time it took me. However, the November, early December craft fairs, every village, every town has one. Those ones are brilliant because people will go to them looking to buy handmade things for Christmas. If you have those available and they can just take them, pay for them and go. So it's worthwhile checking out what is around you locally and getting some sort of stock so that you're able to sell those locally. Christmas decorations right in the range here today. Yeah, I was in Costco today, Hazel, and I know Costco are a bit ahead seasonally because obviously it's technically designed for wholesale. But yeah, they've got all the Christmas stuff out. Yeah. We're in September now, like really, it won't be long before everywhere has their Christmas stuff out. So as handmade crafters, we need to be making sure that we are kind of keeping up with that as well. Okay, I'm going to have to go because I need to go and do a live Zoom in the Happy Side Hustle Start classroom. But I just wanted to say, for those of you that haven't seen it, I am running a boots camp, not next week, but the following week. So not next Monday, but the Monday after, for a week. It's going to be a week of live coaching. I'm going to help you to get your Facebook set up for Christmas. But this is for product and service-based side hustles. So I know a lot of these tips I've been given here are specifically for Etsy. If you've got a service-based side hustle like mine, so like Happy Side Hustle, you really want to be getting things set up so you're ready to go right at the beginning of January. Because, well, obviously it depends on what your side hustle topic is. But if you have a service-based side hustle that can fit in any way to new resolutions and wanting to change your life and wanting to make, turn over the page or whatever in January, you want to be good to go. So I want to help whether you've got a product or a service-based side hustle. Get your Facebook set up. We'll go through it live. It'll be live training all week. If you haven't already registered, the link is beside this video. You just need to go and type into the search bar hpy.tips, TIPS /explode. Get yourself registered. It will be in a separate group. It will be in a pop-up group, so you will need to register to get the link to that group. But come and join me there. I'll open the group not next weekend, but the weekend after. And I promise you that we're going to have fun. We're going to have fun, and we're going to put all our energy into getting everything set up and ready for Christmas. So if you want me to kind of take you along step by step, then come and join me and tell your friends, please. Okay, thank you so much for listening to me today. For those of you that are in the Start Your Happy Side Hustle program, I'm just about to go live on our Zoom, so come and join me. Bye.